Hello! So I'm back on my channel. It's been a long time. The last time I spoke on my channel was when we came back from our November trip. We went to Disneyland Paris last year in November for my 40th birthday, and I said at the end of that vlog series that we weren't going to be going back for a little while. However, I did cave and I actually booked just a very short trip for Jackson's 9th birthday. We spent 2 days in Disneyland Paris and we spent 2 days in Paris city itself, which was actually really cool. The only problem is I never uploaded those vlogs. When we came home, we moved house. We were waiting to move house. We had to temporarily move into my parents' house before we moved into our house. So I have only just found my camera. It's now November, so I'm really late uploading these vlogs, and I wasn't going to bother at first. I thought, oh, I've missed the boat now. The musical festival is well and truly over. Summer is over. We're approaching winter. Christmas is on the way. So I wasn't going to upload them. And then I thought, you know what? I am going to upload them. My children love to watch them. It's memories for us. We watch them back and it's just good memories. And also, you know, for anybody else that would want to watch them, even though the music festival has finished and it's no longer summertime at Disneyland Paris, they may come in handy to some of you travelling there in the near future or even next summer, who knows. So I'm gonna upload them. Yes, they are late. Apologies for that, but busy moving house, busy decorating, but we had a great time, and here are our vlogs. What one are we going on, Jackson? Casey Junior. Everyone, it's me. I'm back. I know on my last video I said that we wouldn't be doing a Disneyland Paris trip for a little while, but it's now July and I caved. I've booked a trip for my son's 9th birthday. It's a surprise, he doesn't know. They're at school at the moment and I'm telling them when I pick them up. So I've just finished work. I thought I would come on and start another little vlog series just to help people, you know. I like to show people that Disney doesn't have to be thousands and thousands of pounds. You can do it on a budget. So I'm gonna at the moment go through and show you what I've paid for everything basically. So for those that don't know me and maybe have never watched any of our previous vlog series, I'm Claire. I'm a solo parent of 2 children, Freya and Jackson. We do our holidays, all of them, on quite a tight budget. I can't just afford to spend like 3, 4, 5 grand on a holiday. I try and keep the budget to £1,000 per holiday. We don't only do Disney trips. I vlog a lot of Disney on this channel. We do also do usually a week abroad somewhere in May because it's cheaper in May. plus I don't like the 40-degree heat. So we do a week in May abroad somewhere, and then we'll do sometimes 5 days in Norfolk usually, or somewhere in this country in a little caravan or chalet. We like to do a Disney trip, 1 or maybe 2 a year if we can stretch to it. We can't always. And then maybe just a few days out throughout the year. So we budget and save really hard all year for these little trips and days out. We honestly don't do much else other than that. So like I say, I've booked this trip for Jackson's 9th birthday. He's 9 on Monday, so we are getting the ferry over to Calais tomorrow morning. The ferry was coming up a lot cheaper this time than the tunnel. Like, I saved £100 by going by the ferry, even though I've never actually been by ferry before. So I'm quite looking forward to it. It'll be like a slower journey. But for the ferry, I think I paid... I think that did not come out. You need to check into the ferry. You need your booking details, your booking number and your passports. That's what they've said. I've had my email with instructions through. So we're leaving at 7:15 in the morning. We have to be there an hour before to check in, but we also have to get through passport control. So I'm going to leave about 1 hour and 40 minutes. I'm going to try and get to the ferry 1 hour and 40 minutes before. So for the ferry, the total amount I paid is £193. So the plan is to drive over to a budget hotel first of all. And I actually booked the Campanile in Marne-la-Vallée, Torcy. So that's quite close to Disneyland Paris. I think about a 20-minute drive. And for that, I have paid... The price was €77 for 1 room. It's 1 next generation room with a double bed and 1 single bed. We don't have breakfast included because I'm going to take a whole load of food, which is what I usually do. So the plan is to get the ferry over tomorrow, travel to, at first we're going to stop off at the Disney Village. We're going to explore a little bit in the Disney Village, and then the plan is to go to this Campanile hotel and get an early night basically for the next day, because then we are going to Disneyland Paris the next day, and we have got only 1 night and 2 days park passes. This is the shortest Disneyland trip we've ever done. We've never just been for 2 days before. We've always been for a minimum of 3. So this time we're going to be going for just 2 days only. To be honest, that's all I could afford. We're staying at the Cheyenne Hotel though, which is the Toy Story themed hotel, and we've never stayed there before. And for 1 night in the Toy Story hotel, the Cheyenne, and for 2 park passes, 2 days park passes, it cost me £603. So it's like £100 per person per day, which I think you expect to pay in the summer holidays. But not only are we spending 2 days at Disneyland, we're also going to spend 2 days in Paris City. So after our 2 days in Disneyland Paris, we are going to drive to the next hotel, which is about a 30-minute drive away from Disneyland Paris, and also about 30-minute ride on a train into Paris. So I booked the Ibis budget in Marne-la-Vallée, Noisy-le-Grand. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing this very well, but this was so cheap. For 2 nights in total, I paid €144, and it's in Noisy-le-Grand, which is a stop on the RER A line, about halfway between Disneyland Paris and the centre of sort of Paris. So I'm guessing it's going to take us about half an hour by train to get into the centre of Paris. I'm not driving into Paris. That is purposely why I booked this hotel. It has free parking and it's about a 2-minute walk from the train station. So the plan is to drive there, leave the car, and for the 2 days we go into Paris just to get the train and then jump on the metro. So yeah, I've also booked a riverboat cruise with waffle tasting. For the 3 of us, that cost £62.73, and I booked that through Get Your Guide. I've printed out, people laugh at me for this, but I've printed out all our confirmations for the ferry, hotels, and for the Get Your Guide thing. I did get the guide app on my phone, so I have got my tickets on there, but I just think if I was to lose my phone, I would not know where I was staying, I wouldn't know the address of these places, the phone numbers, anything. So at least if I have printouts, all my documentation is here, along with our passports. So all that goes in a folder to make sure I have everything together. So that's all our travel documents. We're jumping about a bit. We're actually staying in 3 different hotels. Then in the short night we're there 4 nights and we're staying in 3 different hotels. So we're hopping about a bit. So that's going to be a little bit interesting but fun. And I'm really excited. Again, I'll show you basically a little bit of quick preparation that I do to try and make the trip a little bit more affordable. So the types of snacks I take, food I pack, so we don't have to be constantly spending out on food. So every time the kids say I'm hungry, I can pull out a snack instead of having to go and buy snacks all the time. Although I have said to Jackson that as it's his birthday, well, I haven't said this to Jackson yet because he doesn't know, but I will be saying to Jackson, as it's his birthday, he can have a couple of Disney snacks if he wants, because we're going for a special occasion. So I will treat them to a couple of Disney snacks if they see them. Usually we're not one for Disney snacks, as you probably can see by previous vlogs. We try and save on the cost of food while we're there. So this time I don't mind treating him a little bit. I've also booked a reservation at Walt's restaurant and I've booked him a birthday cake. The birthday cake was €45, so that's quite expensive for a birthday cake. I did have this birthday cake for my 40th though, so it is good cake, but €45 for a cake is kind of like splashing out. But it's his birthday, we're only going to do it the once, so I'm quite happy to do that. But yeah, once I've picked the kids up from school and we start packing, what I'll do is I'll show you all what we're going to pack. This is already on the app. I'm going to do start your mobile check-in, so check-in now. And then I'm just going to follow all the steps to check in. So you'll get notified when your room's ready, things like that. If you put in your mobile number and email, you'll also be asked to fill in your police forms as well. So I'm just going to go through and do all of this. So it also asks you how you'll be travelling to Disneyland Paris. I've obviously selected by car. It says here that park in your vehicle. So on the day you can scan your digital magic pass, which you'll have on the app. You can scan the QR code to access the guest parking at the entrance to the Disney parks or at your Disney hotel. So next, you can check in on this app up to 7 days before your trip. Okay, it also asks you who's coming. So we're not French, so we'll need to select all guests. None of us are French. So it says here we're nearly done. We've just got to complete the registration forms. So this is
I think the police forms for France. I think you just put in your date of birth, obviously your name, I think your address, where you're a resident of, and I think it possibly asks you for your passport number as well. So I'm going to complete the registrations forms now. So, Freya Jackson. Right, yeah, there it is, the electronic record and signature disclosure. So it's basically the French code of entry. You just fill in your personal information here. That's the questions it asks you. I don't think it does ask you your passport number after all. And yeah, and then you sign those. So I'm just going to fill those out. So I've just filled the police forms out. And then go continue. Right, that's it, we're all set. Brilliant. Perfect. Right, so let's have a look at the map and see actually what's going on. I want to just have a look at show times real quick and see what's happening. So they've got the music festival on at the moment. And there's lots of different things going on around the park. It's a reserved viewing it. We don't want reserved. We don't do reserved. Personally, I just think it's unnecessary. We'd like to see this, the Grand Orchestra finale. That looks like it's on at 7:30. And then there's other things throughout the day. Oh, I'd love to see that again. I haven't seen that for ages. But we are only there for 2 days, so I don't actually know if we'll get time. I'd love to see that though with Chip and Dale. So you have all these little things all around the park. Donald and Daisy's accordionist. Oh, that looks cute. I think you've also got like Rapunzel. Brilliant. And then in other lands you've also got God, so they're literally all over the park. That would be good to do. What's this? Moana. Okay. Yeah, there's quite a lot. I'd quite like. I think this is the Coco one. Yeah. So we really want to see all these things. Oh, I'd love to see Mary. God, you know what? 2 days. It's going to be tough. I don't think we're going to be able to see all this stuff. We're going to have to pick a couple. I guess as it's Jackson's birthday, he's probably going to be in charge of really what we do to some extent. So, but yeah, that's I should make a wish list really of everything that I actually want to do on this trip, because there are some things that I would like to do. I know there's some things that Jackson would probably love to do, so I might do that later tonight, is make a wish list. And there's also some shops that I really want to go in this time. I've seen some merchandise that I really want. So yeah, I would definitely download the Disneyland Paris app and just get familiar with how to use the app, how to navigate the app, because this is so good. Right, as I said, it's also Jackson's birthday while we're there, so I do also have a bag of presents. I also ordered some like Mickey birthday banners just to put up in the room for the morning, and a birthday badge. I'll show you them when we're there, because I'll show you how I've decorated the room. I've put some blue tack in here as well, so if you do order banners and things like that, if you're going on holiday or if you're going to Disneyland Paris for your children's birthday, remember to take some blue tack. So let's start with food. I'm not sure if I'm going to take all this, because as always I have probably overestimated how much we're actually going to eat, but I'm taking like just a small suitcase, and I've got food bags in here, cartons of apple juice, orange juice. I'm also taking some of these Tesco's fruit splash drinks, apple and blackcurrant, and I think also what's the other flavour, summer fruits. So I'll just put all them in there. They're heavy actually. I might keep a couple out to put in the car, so I'll keep 2 out just to put in the car. I'm also going to take like my travel kettle for tea and coffee. Not only am I going to take my travel kettle, I'm going to take a plastic mug with me as well, and a couple of forks that will all become clear in a minute. I think I'm going to put them in there as well, the forks, a couple of forks and a teaspoon. So yeah, that's what I'm going to take. I'm also going to take some coffee for me, so I'm going to empty these out and put them, I might put the coffee in here. Probably don't need all of them. How much do you get in there? 10. I'm going to take 8. That will probably be plenty. The rest can stay here. So I've also got a couple of packs of crisps, French fries. I'm also going to take some packs of hula hoops, like 4 packs of plain hula hoops. I've also got these crisps. They're like a cheap version of Pringles, but they're individually wrapped. So they're in the pound shop for £1, 3 packs. I don't think that was bad. Also I'm going to take some pot noodles for Jackson, because and things like that as well, mug shops, because he is always hungry, that boy, and I know that if we get back to hotels and things like that, he might say he's hungry. And I'll have my travel kettle, so I can always do him a pot noodle, which is also why I've brought a couple of forks with me. I've then got some flumps, because I think it's going to be quite warm, although it did look, say the other day, showery weather, but I want to try and avoid bringing chocolate or anything that's going to melt. So chocolate's great in the winter, but not so good in the summer, as we found out one year when we packed a load of chocolate and it literally went like water in the boot of my car. So I've also got some of these little biscuits. They have chocolate in them, but the chocolate is inside, so they should be safe. I'm just going to dump them out, because I think I'm going to have a lot of food. I've also got some packs of mini Oreo biscuits. So again, that's that. Some chocolate M&M biscuits. I might actually take them in the car as well. I also have loads of packs of Haribo. This is for the car journey. Not all of them, by the way. Like, there's some, I'm going to save some for the way back. I'm not just going to eat 6 bags of Haribo. on one way. I think I might take a couple of these as well, because I can put them in my mug just in case. What else do I have? I have some little packs of Biscoff biscuits. Jackson loves those, so I think I will take a couple of packs of those for him. Maybe like 6 packets. I'm probably like, I always overpack, by the way, guys. Like, I literally come back with so much food, but I mean, it's better to have it than not have it, I guess. So, mini cheddars, they won't melt. How many packs should I take of those? Actually, do you know what? I might take all 6 bags, because I actually like them as well to munch on in the queues. And I've also taken, these are from Tesco's, packs of mini breadsticks. So mine love them, some mini breadsticks. So, oh my god, God, that packet is hard to open. Right, there's so much food. Okay, right, now don't judge me. Croissants. I know the best croissants are in France, but breakfast, salted. I've also got these. Although I'm hoping they won't melt. It's like a brownie cake bar. And then also I got these ones as well. These are so nice. Birthday cake squares. So I thought that'd be quite nice for Jackson's birthday as well. And basically I'm running out of space. Still got a lot of other stuff, but I don't know if that will be enough. I'll have a think. But yeah, that's like some of the stuff I take with me. Just loads and loads and loads of snacks. I guarantee I will come home and that will be... I'll probably come home with half of it. But I'd rather take it than not. And you know, you do get peckish while you're standing in the ride queues and things like that. So, and walking around, you know, I think we're going to be doing quite a lot of walking. So it's always good to have food on you. So I've told the kids and we're starting to pack. So I'm just going to take you through some essentials we take. Obviously our Mickey's toiletry bag. We have medication in here like Calpol, Nurofen. We have plasters and my asthma pumps and any of that. So all of our sort of essential medication. I also have our autograph books here and our Pack-A-Max, because it does look like there's a possibility it might rain. I have also got in here an extension lead. And obviously France plug adapters. We've got things like shoulder pals. I got this new a meal one off of the Disney store, so we've got that one. We've also got a Remy. So we've got a meal and Remy here. So yeah, basically just all our Disney essentials going in. We've still got some more to pack, so I will carry on. So I'm just going to show you what I keep in my car as what I think is like an essential, any long journey trip really, essential long journey trip kit. So I always keep a spare blanket. Obviously I've got my EU, like European car travelling kit, which has got all my high-vis jackets and everything like that in there, what you need. You can easily pick them up from Halfords or even Amazon. They have everything what you need in those. You might just need to get some extra high-vis jackets. I've also got a first aid kit. I've got some blow-up travel pillows, some antibacterial hand wipes. I have my tyre pressure check and tyre pumper. Also got my jump start leads here just in case. They're both fully charged. I also carry a spare sat nav just in case. something happens to my phone or my phone doesn't work or I lose my phone, and an umbrella, and that's pretty much all what I have. I've also kept in the front here my headlamp beam converters, so my Euro lights, a pack of them. Put them there because I'll put them over when I maybe get into France. I've got all my like essential travel documents in my glove box ready for travelling, and obviously some Haribo sweets to keep me going on the journey.